Hey, you want to learn a little bit about protein sparing modifying fasting? You want to learn a little bit about macros? You want to know what kind of food you can eat? You want to see how I'm doing it and what I plan to do for next month? Come on in, hang out for a little while, and I'll tell you all about it. Hey everybody, hope you're having an awesome day. So tonight I thought I'd just kind of sit down and we'd talk a little bit about something that has come up and a couple of people have asked me about. So I thought I'd kind of bring it up and kind of to go through it. Hey, welcome. If you're new, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you like this stuff. Hopefully it'll be good enough that you'll stick around. You want to keep coming back for more. For you returning subscribers, thank you. It's been so overwhelming the last couple of weeks. I'm truly humble and gracious for all that you've done for me in the last couple of weeks. I love the community. I love the interaction. I love the help. It has really been truly a blessing to be interacting with everybody. So, but really, I just wanted to kind of get into this, kind of talk a little bit about it. Everything seems to be a lot of talk around protein sparing modifying fasting. So I kind of thought maybe we'd go through and talk a little bit about what that is to me. What are the macros? What foods can you eat? And then what am I going to do in October, right? So those are kind of the topics that I'm going to go through. So hopefully this is interesting to you. I'm no expert. I'm just some guy on the internet. I've been doing a bunch of research because I started doing it a little while ago, about 3 weeks ago now. So I'm no expert on it. There's people that have been doing this for a lot longer, have a lot more knowledge than I do. But I'm going to give you kind of a brief synopsis of what I've learned, and then kind of hopefully it's good information, and then you can decide whether it's something that you'd be interested in doing. Move the camera a little closer, and then you can kind of make a good educated decision. Again, I'm no expert on this stuff. I'm pulling stuff like you are, probably going through different sites and stuff like that and pulling it off, whether it be Tom DeLauwery or Maria Emmerich, or there's several other sites out there that talk quite a bit about protein sparing modifying fast and what it is. And so I'm going to go through that. And then so I'll tell you a little bit about what it is, or at least my understanding of what it is. I'm going to talk about how to break down the macros and how the macros work when you're doing a protein sparing modifast. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the foods that you can eat real quick, like some of these foods. One of the Bitsy Keto was one of the folks, one of my subscribers that gave me a lot of this information as well, and of course go on the internet and you can verify it and stuff like that too as well. So again, it's not just me, it's my subscribers are helping me learn, teaching me, showing me the way. I'm trying to pass that on to other subscribers that may not have that knowledge, or may be interested in doing it and seeing how it's done. I've had a pretty good success at it, so if you would like to see what I'm doing, again, I'm not saying it's going to work for you. This is what works for me. So, and it's worked well for me, and I've been losing weight every week that I've been doing it. I was doing every week. I would say this summer, I've lost weight almost every week this summer. So, consistently. So, if you want kind of a similar results, I would say, maybe you can try it for a while and see what you get. You're going to have to learn your own body and what works for your body and what doesn't. I can only tell you what works for me. So let's get into this, and I'm going to talk a little bit about protein sparing modifying fast. So really, again, I'm no doctor. I'm no professional. I'm some guy that's just started doing this and experimenting with it. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about my experiment and how it's gone. And really, so it's just really a pattern of eating, right? So it's protein sparing modified fast, just really a pattern of eating that mimics fasting. So instead of fasting, because what happens when you fast is that you don't eat, your body consumes the fat within your body, but it also consumes a lot of the lean mass within your body. So it really mimics a fast, but without the negatives, right? So in other words, the negatives are those loss of mass or the loss of muscle, right? So when you water fast, for instance, that you lose about 1/3 of a pound for every day that you fast. So you think about 1/3 of a pound of muscle mass you lose, never mind the fat. I'm not talking about fat because you're going to lose the fat, but you also lose muscle while you're fasting. So, which is not really good for you, right? So you want to become lean and you want to become strong, and so you want to really maintain that muscle. So really you want the protein to help with that, right? So and a good example of that is, I guess, in a 3-day fast, and I'm not sure how many people have done a 3-day fast. I have done one in the past. But in a 3-day fast, you lose about 1 pound of muscle when you do that. So I work too damn hard to lose 1 pound of muscle to nothing. So right, I want to lose the fat, but I don't want to lose the muscle. So so think about it. So do you really want to lose that fat and the muscle, or do you want to just lose the fat? So protein sparing modifying fast is an adaptation of a fasting method that gives you the same benefits without that negative, right? So, it's part of more of a, the protocol was originally created from doctors for people that were extremely obese. So that's what it was created for, right? To lose weight extremely fast. It has been adapted over the years by many different people, to make it so that it's kind of mainstream, a little more mainstream today. Again, they're saying that before you really start doing it, you should probably consult a physician to make sure that you're healthy enough to do that and that it's not going to be detrimental to you or anything else, right? So what really protein sparing modified fast does is it reduces your carbs to a very small number. It reduces your fats as well to a very small number, and then it increases your protein to a larger number than what you'd be normally doing on keto. And with that said, with that large number of protein intake, it helps you to keep that lean muscle mass, right? So by doing that, what ends up happening is you're creating a very low calorie diet plan, right? So again, this is a diet plan. It's nothing that you probably are going to sustain for long periods of time. It's probably not a lifestyle that you can do. It's not a lifestyle for me anyway. It's just a means to an end, right? So it's just a means to an end, right? It will create a very low calorie consumption of your body when you're doing that. When you hit all those three. So when I'm doing low carb, low fat, and also high protein, it ends up giving you a fairly low calorie diet. So your body has a deficit, so it has no choice but to figure out where to get other fuel sources. And because it is such that it does throw you into ketosis, and when you're in ketosis, you're burning fat for fuel, right? So therefore, when you're in that ketosis, it's looking for fat to burn. So it's seeing how you're not giving it any fat, or you're giving it very little fat, it's going to burn the fat within your body first so that it can create more ketones and keep that fuel going to keep you going, right? And at the same time, the protein helps with the synthesis of your muscles and keeps your muscles strong and keeps you building muscles and keeps that protein in your muscles that you need. Now, I will say, like I said, it keeps your fats low. You need fats. You need fats for your hormones and for your digestive system and to carry nutrients through your body, such as vitamin A and D and C and other nutrients, right? So you need that. So you need a little bit of fat to do that. So again, this kind of maximizes all those things as well. So they kind of figure that that protein also, how do you say this? Protein has a much higher, I think they call it a thermal effect on your body. So when you eat it, it actually takes your body a lot more energy to burn and process it. So it takes about 25% of the calories in proteins to burn the energy in protein to digest it. So in other words, if I ate 100 calories, it's going to take 25 of those calories and use it to burn just what you ate, never mind exercising or doing any other function or breathing or moving or anything else. It just takes 25% just for that. So just be conscious of that. So you're eating more protein, and it's actually burning more from just digesting it than you would be from fat. I think fat is like 2 or 3%, and carbs are closer to like 8% or something like that. So, and then protein is 25%. So just keep in mind that that it burns a lot more just from consumption of it. So if you're eating the macros that you're eating, then you're burning 25% or whatever the calories you take in on energy. That even takes that calorie count lower. So therefore, you generally lose more weight and you use it more fast and more rapidly. So how to figure out some of your macros? So the way to figure out some of your macros is you have to take your whole body fat and you have to minus. What you're supposed to do is take your body fat and minus it from your weight. So say if you weigh 200 pounds and your body fat is 20%, that means that you would take about 40 pounds out of that 160. So you would be 160 pounds of lean muscle mass, right? So that's how it comes out. And then you would take that protein, that muscle mass, and you would multiply it times 0.7 to 1. So it means that your protein intake should be somewhere between 112 and 160 grams every day. And that's what you're trying to shoot. You're trying to get that protein in, so you're really, really struggling to hit that protein. So it's kind of just the opposite of what you've always done with keto and thinking about it. It's always something different. Sorry about that. Hit the camera. And so it's different than what your thought process, because in keto we're thinking about carbs, but we're thinking about fat and trying to hit our fat content and trying to get that fat in for fuel. And this way you're still thinking carbs, but you're thinking protein. I got to hit that protein goal. So the rest of them are suggested guidelines to try to hit to and stay down to and try to hit or try to stay under. So again, if you're a 200-pound guy, you're supposed to be getting 160 grams of protein. Now, for me, the way it works out is about 160 grams of protein for me, for my weight, body weight, and my lean muscle mass that I am, the way that I calculate it. And then again, my carbs should be below 10. So my total carbs, they're measuring total carbs. When you're doing protein sparing modifying fast, it's total carbs and not net. So it's total carbs has to be 10 or lower, and then your fat grams has to be 30 or lower. Now they do say that it's between 30 and 50 is the range that you should be at. I'm taking the lower side and I'm going with the 30 grams. That seems to be what most folks that I see doing it are. So I'm doing the 30 grams and it seems to be working for me so really well. And again, my calories should be below 1,000 every day that I do it. Now, protein sparing modifying fast, again, is something you should not do every day. It does put your body in a state of starvation, just like a fast would, and you shouldn't do it every day. You should be doing it just for a short period of time, 3 days a week, 2 days a week, and that's it. That's all you should do it. You shouldn't be doing it every day. You shouldn't be doing it for 7 days in a row. So you should pick it out. So what I'm doing is I am doing it on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm kind of loving it on ketos with Harry and Wendy. I'm following their protocol, kind of. I have a little different calendar I do because I do total carbs when I'm not doing the protein sparing modifying fast, and I do 22 total carbs. So I've been following my same protocol that I had prior to. I just added in the 3 days of protein sparing modifying fast, and it's worked for me, right? So again, don't do it every day and don't do it long term either. So they're saying that you shouldn't probably do it more than 2 or 3 months in a row. then you should take a break from it and then come back from it. And I think a lot of it has to do with your weight and the extreme obesity or whatever you have to lose and how much you want to lose. Just be careful of it. Again, so my macros as such are like I said, below 10 carbs, 30 grams of fat, below 30 grams of fat, 160 grams of protein, and 1,000 calories. And you'd be surprised because when I'm trying to hit that amount of protein, I have to eat a ton of lean meats so I don't go over on my carbs. It's a ton of lean meats, and I'm so full from eating that I can't eat another thing, but yet I'm losing weight. So, which is really bizarre. So, but it is what it is, I guess, right? So, some of the benefits from doing this, because of you're consuming all the protein, and I know keto has that effect sometimes where you're losing hair, you just kind of start having some bad skin, and some other things that if you're eating the protein, that will stop all that stuff. So if you're upping your protein, it will stop the hair loss. It can help your skin make you have better skin. It can help you maintain your muscle mass, and even help you grow muscle mass. Also, it also helps with the happier with the hormones and the organs, provided you're getting just that little bit of fat to keep everything moving, right? And it works out well for me because I found that in the gym, I go to the gym 4 days a week. So 2 of those are protein sparing modifying days that I go. And I don't have a problem with my workout. I've maintained my energy. I feel good. I feel stronger than ever. So it's done good for me within the gym, right? So some of the foods that you can eat on this. So again, you have to check on everything that's low fat, right? So you want to stay away from any of the high fat foods. So the ground beef, you want to make sure it's 95% ground beef or higher, right? You want to eat less the lean steaks, the sirloins, and the really super lean steaks, lean pork, chicken, like chicken breast, so lean parts of chicken, not the fatty parts of the chicken. Same with the turkey, right? You want to make sure when you're looking at the steak, you want to make sure there's no visible fat on it. And the same with the chickens and everything else. You want it skinless. And then seafoods, the scallops, the shrimp, the cod, the halibut, the mahi-mahi, those type of foods that are really, really low in fat. So again, you're allowed 30 grams, so you can have a little bit of fat, but there's a little bit of fat in everything, so you just got to be really careful. Otherwise, you can eat something like I ate a piece of prime rib tonight because today's my keto day, and that piece of prime rib had like 40 grams of fat in it. So just that one piece, that 9-ounce piece would have thrown me over. So, like again, when I started out, I started doing the egg whites, and Bitsy told me about you can have egg whites, you just need to limit them. So have 1 or 2 a day because there's about 5 grams of fat in an egg yolk. So therefore, you kind of want the egg whites and only 1 or 2 egg yolks, not very many. You want to be really, really careful. You can't have vegetables. Again, you got to be really careful. So that means you're going to eat a lot of 0 carb or close to 0 carb meats, and then have a serving of vegetables with it because, again, they're low carb vegetables. So say something like broccoli, that's I think it's 1/3 of a cup or 1/2 a cup is 5 carbs. So you could have that, and if you kept your carbs down low for the rest of the day on the meats and stuff that you ate. And I try to do that stuff. So, and then there's some thought to whether. Hey, I forgot to tell you guys. I'll do a shout out to 2 other folks, provided that they can tell me the hat I was wearing in this video, and let me know what the hat was for, what brand it was, and I'll give you shout outs for the first 2 people that can give me that answer. All right. Again, sorry. Whether or not you should be eating dairy and nuts and stuff like that, and I know Marie Elric tells you should not be eating dairy, you should not have nuts. She doesn't like coffee either. I'm not sure that it's a big deal one way or another. I've been cutting the dairy out just for this experiment to see how it goes. But I'm saying if you just stay under your macros, you may be all right. The only thing is dairy is almost all fat. So cheese is all fat. Whipped cream is all fat. Heavy whipping cream is all fat. milk is all fat. So it'd be really hard to have dairy and stay under 30, right? So I think the macros kind of force you into doing that. So I did want to show and talk a little bit about, about what I'm going to do in October for me. So again, I took Harry and Wendy's calendar for September. I created one for me, just like theirs. I will post, I think I've already posted this on my Facebook and my Instagram account, so you can go check it out there if you want. Again, this is my protocol. This is the routine that I've been following. So it tells you on here the days that I do the protein sparing Modifast. This is a regular keto day. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, I'll be backwards, but so it has a regular keto day. Then that tells me a little bit about what my food's going to be and what my day is, and so on and so forth. So I've created this. This was for September. This is one I've been following. I'm going to follow this all the way until next Thursday. And then next Thursday, this is the one I'm going to follow for the month of October, right? So I'm going to kick this one in, and if you're interested in it, let me know, and I'll post this one on my Instagram and Facebook page, or if you want me to email you a copy of this, it's PDF. I can send it to you. I have a contact information down below, and I can send it to you to look at. So before I go too much further, though, if you like this content, if you're interested in trying it, or you think you'd like to follow and see how I'm doing, do me a favor. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell icon so you get notified when I put other videos out. All right, it would be a huge help to me, as well as if you're interested in seeing how I progress and how I continue to do this. I will, follow me along. So again, I'm learning this. I'd like to pass that knowledge on to you. If you want to do it, again, I have contact information. I'll email you this if you're interested in doing it for next month as well. Now, next month I do change this because this month I did 3 days a week. I'm so close to my goal right now. I'm going to switch this down to 2 days a week. So instead of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to switch this to Tuesday and Thursdays only. So I'm only going to do it 2 days a week. So I thought I'd just kind of share that with you, kind of show you what I'm doing for the month of October. If you're interested, let me know, and I will post this on my Instagram account and my Facebook page. And if you want, I can email you a copy of it. Just hit me up, either email me, I have a contact down there, email me that you'd like to get a copy of it, and I'll send it to you. And then will continue to track. We are going on vacation from the 14th to we are going on vacation for part of the month. So I'll have to figure that out as I go. Now, again, my regular keto, I've been doing 22 total carbs. I don't do net carbs. I do 22 total carbs, and I track that. I do track everything I eat, so I put it into Carb Manager. So I'm going to make something. I'm going to create the macros so I can put it into my Carb Manager. So, hey, if you found this interesting, please thumbs up. Subscribe down below, hit that little bell icon. I've gone too long now. For a guy that doesn't understand it totally yet, I'm still figuring it out. But you guys are awesome. I really like the interaction with you. I like you guys telling me what I'm doing wrong. Hopefully I can pass that information to others so that they can be successful in their journeys. Hopefully we can all work together. We can all get to where we want to be. We all want to be healthy. We want to be happy. You guys are awesome. You make me happy. Really make me happy would be if you give me a thumbs up on the video, though. That would really make me happy. And you guys are awesome. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Be kind to each other. Be good to each other. Smile. Say hi to each other. Help each other. And just make this world a better place. All right? Talk to you later.